I love it. There's just so much weed. There's always so much weed here.
Right?
Hey everybody, welcome for shit, hold up. Rewind that bit. All right. Yo, welcome everybody. This is the Hush Cast. And I'm here with Bishop.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Hope y'all are tuned in and enjoying your day.
Yeah, so we have a special guest today that we're really happy to bring on board. Some of you out there already know who he is, and we're really stoked to get to just even chill and explore and mind map and pick the brain of David from San Joaquin Valley. Tell us the name of your show, your channel again.
So you guys can find me on YouTube at San Joaquin Valley Transparency. I know it's kind of a long name. If you type in San Joaquin, Joaquin, you guys can find me. Basically, what I do is I record government officials, mostly cops, but I also do go into any and all government installations. Basically, they're paid for by the people, right? And if it's open to the public, then it's open for us lobbies, foyers, and we're allowed to go in there and record and ask questions. So basically, what I started to do was I seen some channels going to some of these places, and they're going in and asking questions. And it seems like a lot of people don't know that folks have a First Amendment right, and public officials seem to have this presumed authority, and if you don't check it right away, that presumed authority seems to turn into unbridled power. And then these public officials feel entitled to rule over you, stand over here, stand over there. Okay, well, we're not ready to help you yet. Go sit down. Basically making these rules, and seems like we have to obey. In reality, we don't have to obey.
No,
Like when
they work for us.
Right, exactly. They work for us. I'm rolling. And so basically I started to see how I've been treated throughout the years. Sometimes like they tell me what to do. Like for instance, let's say the DMV, they mail your tags to the wrong address. But you gave them the right address, but the lady, she wasn't paying attention, or she was maybe talking on the phone or texting someone, right? And she got the address wrong, and you knew she got it wrong, but you try to tell her, she says, no, I got it right, or whatever, and she sends your tags to somewhere else. So your time limit is up, you don't have tags, then you get your car impounded, or let's say you just get a simple ticket or your car impounded.
Yeah.
If you don't have proof that that you gave the right address and it was her mistake, you're liable to pay all fees, along the way. And that's why it's important to go in there and ask questions and document.
And that's the endeavor most people don't seek, is to collect proof of everything that they're doing.
Right.
Do you do that now? Of course.
I document everything. In fact, I've been told by attorneys and stuff to never give your social security number to any public official. The only time you should be giving your social security number is to when you go to a bank and you're asking for a loan, right?
Yeah. That's what I was just thinking. I gave it to somebody. Yeah, I was at a bank.
Yeah.
And I was like, other than that, do you know much about the sovereignty and how they tricked us into all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you it'd be great to pick his brain on about all that.
Well, of course, because I think every time you're throwing down your social security and then your signature, they're going, thank you. That's like a key into your fund. And they're like, wow.
Well, from my understanding, when you go to a bank and you ask for a loan, one of the first things they ask you for is your social security number, because your QSIP number at the front of your at the back of your social security card, it'll have one of 12 letters, and it'll tell you which bank your social security, which Federal Reserve Bank
100%
has your numbers, right?
Exactly.
What I don't understand is this, right? A social security card is and I've learned a lot of this stuff before I even started my channel. I just can't really talk about this kind of stuff much.
Yeah.
But I try to leave some little Easter eggs out there, let folks know, give them an idea of what to look for.
Exactly.
Obviously, the people in the comment section will tell you, they hear you, they know you, they pay attention, and they leave a comment and somebody else reads that comment and maybe they get a little bit enlightened or whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, I try to walk a thin line, but at the same time, I try to give
You have
a
to.
little bit of bits of knowledge.
Yeah.
That's something that I learned. Maybe, from my understanding, I've been told like, bro, like you're talking about like if the Federal Reserve Bank did a bad thing, like look what they're doing. They offer you credit, right? Don't you? People, a lot of people live by the credit system, and you're saying that they stole all kinds of resources, and that's why you're supposed to be able to live debt free. But the problem they don't tell you that is because everybody wants to take that and overspend and live a lavish lifestyle and go into debt and then call it what it is, right?
Well, yes, there is a
Bankruptcy.
thing where you can be what is the word? They don't want you to be I don't remember the term, flagrant, or
Right.
if you are too abusive with your power when you start accessing money from your
Right.
fund, then they don't want it,
Right.
because then you're going to spoil it. It sounds so strange too, because how
Right.
is there even a law for that? But for example, man, with going back to Social Security, my friend Anil, who's been on my podcast a few times, he plugged in my Social Security into this search to where it found where my birth bonds were being traded and how much they were receiving, how much I was worth, basically.
Yeah.
How every time I go to a bank and get a loan, that's where they're getting the money from.
That's why they ask you for your Social Security. So I guess my question to that, because I see, look, if anybody that's watching or listening now is looking to me for answers, you're insane, bro.
Right. Same.
Do your own research, right? Because I have more questions than answers, right? I'm just questioning what I see.
And then we're getting together and shooting the shit, comparing notes. And a lot of times people will come at me and they're like, they want it. Like like Neo gets it in the Matrix, where he plugs in and he knows Kung Fu. But you got to do the work. You got to really push yourself. A lot of people don't have the time, energy, or desire to. That's why they have hard drugs.
I feel like it's information overload. I feel like people live in their life and you start talking about something and they're like, you know what, man, it's just too much for me. Like, I'm gonna shut this shit down.
They keep you from even questioning it, because I woke up with like, I didn't remember, given permission to be born into all this,
Right, yeah.
And no, we didn't have. Yeah.
And my biggest complaint really with the system too is like victimless crimes.
Yes.
Like if there isn't anybody involved, then man, like come up with a different form of a punishment, we'll call it. I can't think of the right word, but all they do is tax us, robbing from their brothers and sisters all day long just to keep us down,
Yeah.
I think the thing with the victimless crimes is obviously there are incidents where people run the same red light over and over again.
Right. So they gotta, because you are like that could technically be considered a victim of crime, because you're putting people in danger per se.
Right.
But yeah, like if you didn't register your business on time, or the fact that you even have to register your business, and these sort of things, it's like paper crimes, and just we're getting in trouble for if we don't pay our taxes, and we got to pay taxes on top of taxes. It should be a reform on that.
There really should be.
Like they need to build us up.
Yeah.
City parking tickets. You can't even park in front of your own home. Wake up in the morning, you got a parking ticket. At least in LA and most surrounding cities,
Thing is, when I started my channel, I never expected to know as much as what I know now regarding police. I basically did it because I watched a news segment that said I lived in the deadliest county for police justified killings. That means they like to kill people and get away with it there.
Right.
And Bakersfield is is the armpit of California, right? It's right in the middle, and it's a conservative county, where the rest of California is pretty much liberal, right? So if you guys want to buy a house, go to Bakersfield, man. Fucking get a big house for cheap. Seriously.
Like how cheap we talking? Like 200? Or like a fat 5 to 6?
I would say a good 300,000-400,000 for a pretty nice size
Lancaster, house. Bakersfield, they got it's
a good family home.
It's like basically going to Vegas, but without all
the time to do it.
Right now is the time to do it.
Yeah, I don't know about the state of the world right now. They're trying to take our guns heavy to where all of these shootings, I'm questioning Which ones are?
You know what's crazy about that is the reason they do that, and the reason they'll get away with it if they do, is because nobody knows the simplicity of the Bill of Rights and the Constitution and the importance of it. You see, like a lot of people think that these documents are what give us our rights. Um, Actually, you were born with human rights. Your
Mhm.
parents gave you those rights when they birthed you. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Proud mama, proud papa should pat themselves on the back,
Yeah.
you know, because they gave you these rights.
This time.
The founding fathers understood this, and they says we got to protect these human rights, and so we're going to create these documents to not give these people to their rights, but to remind us who are in authority, remind us the it limits the scope of authority that they have over us, over the people. But the problem is nobody's learning their rights anymore.
No.
Nobody cares about what the First Amendment is. And when you don't truly understand and know or care about what the First Amendment is, you're not going to care and truly understand what the Second Amendment is.
Exactly.
The Kansas City Shuffle. They're just sliding it by in the text, or they're taking it out little by little, and just you learn less about
Right.
it.
Yeah, and then people stop fighting for it because they don't really know it. They
Right.
think it has something else. They wear a different kind of lens when they think about the First Amendment because it's training
Yeah,
through,
Right.
through
they're
liberal
scared,
media, through
fear porn,
schools.
you know,
Yeah.
like, oh no, if they don't take the guns away at this point, you know, I'm gonna do something. You know,
Right.
Look, like there
it
are
feels
more
so-
deaths with child trafficking and
Yeah.
and kidnappings than there are gun
Right.
outbreaks at schools, shootings at schools. And why all of a sudden, why all of a
That's
sudden
televised.
has the disease gone away that everyone was so scared of for so long, and all we see on the news now is just shooting after shooting.
Right.
It's so easy to see. I think they're panicking somewhat.
I don't, people ask me if there's a solution to what's going on. It's not taking guns away from the people. I don't believe that's a solution at all. I don't believe giving cops more
Right.
guns and people less guns is any kind of solution. I mean, obviously, look, there's one thing that I've said on my channel 100 times, and it's crazy because people started hearing that and they start repeating it. And now I see it in the comment section over and over and over again. And there's a lot of certain things that I'll say on my channel that gets repeated over and over again, and people will repeat it in the comment section. I learned that from you. Like I say,
Good. That's nice.
From sea to shining sea, people are picking up cameras and recording police.
Nice.
And people repeat that over and over. And one of the things I've said probably for a few years now is officer safety is just another form of cowardice. Public safety is heroism, right? But there's case law like Castle Rock v. Gonzalez that says officers, they're not police officers, they don't have to protect the public, and there's
Wow.
other case law, Winnebago, that says that the cops they're not responsible for your safety. And so what does that mean? That in
Paying them
reality,
for nothing.
paying them for their own safety.
Yeah, well, just to protect the powerful, like that's what's happening
Yeah.
now with the defund,
Yeah.
with the defunding. They're
Yep.
taking on private security and then less for us in the streets,
Yep.
And then so that's why they make it seem that all these shootings are happening.
Look, man, that's why I think the true revolution is the paper revolution. That's the movie that hasn't been made yet. Once I only take care of things like one project at a time, but I know what's coming, and one that's coming is the paper revolution. And the only way to break free to have like true sovereignty is to do it on paper.
So what does that mean? Enlighten me a little bit.
So most people will say, become sovereign, or I am sovereign, or they'll speak their way because they know the true law. And that works sometimes. But imagine if you filled out the paperwork that took you out of the system that got you from birth when you had your birth certificate handed over and your mom signed it. When you realize you can actually take yourself out, you find your signature wherever it is and you rescind it. So if you became a voter, you take yourself away from voter registration, you get rid of your driver's license, passport. You got to get rid of everything that made you an American citizen. And then you fill out some paperwork that lets them know that you're choosing your pretty much your status, your political status is what it's called. And you claim to be I would be a Californian national. And then there are organizations of a ton of already nationals that have created their form of government.
Mhm.
And if you get pulled over and you got the card that shows or whatever, they scan your ID that you get, it's going to say in their system, do not detain. Because for any second they got you, you can bill them a lot of money. And when you go to the airport, they can't touch you. It's a whole different system. And this system originated by natural design throughout the years. In the 1700s, there was a treaty that kicked this into motion that allowed for the crown to rule from a distance, but only the ones that were citizens, the ones that were here in America at that time and said, no, we don't want to be sovereigns. We want to stick with the queen. There were people like that during that time in the United States.
Right.
And look what it's evolved to. The majority are those citizens, not knowing that they actually have a choice. And so now when everyone flexes that choice, what can they do?
Right. And then same with like what we talked about the other day, like, like we call it off the grid baby. You have an off the grid baby, like what, do they have it written anywhere that that'd be a consequence? Because I'm just gonna bypass the birth certificate and social security thing.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna raise my kid off the grid straight up.
Great idea.
They make it illegal with the whole CPS stuff, right? I think
so. It is. They have it written that it's illegal.
Yeah, you really can't do it. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. But see, once again, like I didn't ask to be born into that.
Right.
Well, we've been pirated, and then all these laws and weird rituals, like going into court, it all has some reflection of pirates. Going on the dock, your docket, the doctor, like I guess it's ships. There's a lot of ship citizenship,
Maritime law, baby,
and it's the law, land, air, water, and they're the one of water. And they're trying to put their laws over land, but we have a law of the land that says, well, dude, we
are the human of the earth.
Yeah, of God, and
and so it makes sense why public officials don't want us to know the Constitution, why they don't know it. Even Brian at High Impact Flicks, shout out to you, Brian. He asked me before, why don't I do politics on my channel? Why don't I talk about it? And I'm like, bro, because you keep getting shut down. Like, I respect your work and shit, but I can't feed my family. I can't survive on YouTube that way. I gotta walk a thin line and keep it simple. First Amendment. It seems like YouTube, and what's crazy is the left and the right seems to appreciate what I do. And it's to simplify the rights that they have.
Right.
I just remind people what they should have already been taught or known. Their parents should have taught them this. Our parents weren't even taught. The teachers should have taught them this. They don't even fucking know. The cops should know this shit. They don't know.
Wow.
And it's simple. Do you guys know the First Amendment, the Constitution?
Not.
I hate to quiz you guys.
Word, no.
Freedom of speech, religion.
But I mean, I know that, but no.
Yeah, and
religion
and what's the other one?
Press, speech. Press is what we're doing right now.
We used to be able to say we had pink unicorns dance around the backyard, but now they got fact checkers. All of a sudden.
Our First Amendment has been pretty much annihilated when it comes to the social media world because of private.
Right, they're trying to say it's not a public sector. They own it privately.
Come on, that is crazy. But you're here in America. You started in America. Come on.
Yeah, but word for word, no. But yeah, freedom of speech, religion, and press. Yeah, just to
assemble, right, to gather.
Yeah,
is what they try to stop with the whole COVID shit, right?
And
they tried to stop the assembly, right?
Couldn't go to church.
Couldn't go to church. That's an assembly.
And then once again, whenever they come after this election, things are gonna get sticky right before or after. We're guessing, but they're gonna pull their stunts again, and they're gonna try to assemble, and that's when they're gonna start really trying to enforce the new laws. Because what they did to Canada and over here, like they would be doing live feed, and the boys would show up at their front door,
yeah,
like that. So that's why we had discussed everything via analog, to those
Right.
that, are interested in doing that. It wouldn't be a bad idea for y'all to go analog,
Right.
but yeah, because, unfortunately, I don't even consider it bravery, but it's just in our hearts and it's what's right. And we're doing what's good. But yeah, we are in a position where a lot of people won't go and, they're scared, and we commend you for that. And
Yeah.
that's why we wanted you to be here and vice versa. Cause,
Appreciate that.
we just really got to build this synergy of, love and truth. And, if we don't provide that and just, kind of get God back in our lives and, just they keep taking it one by one out of everything that we, from the schools, from the, now my mom brought to our attention actually on the quarters that used to say, "In God we trust," in front of his face. And now they're printing it with behind it.
When
So,
Obama was president,
yeah.
I
switched.
didn't know that.
So for whatever that's worth, it's just it's a small little
Weird.
thing, but yeah, it's just used to be right in front of his face. Oh, nice.
Look at that, man.
Yeah. Look at that. It's clear.
That
Nice wrap.
Yeah. That's
and there's
super
a
nice.
hole there's a hole down the middle and it's nicely packed like a
Yeah.
cigar. It lasts forever and it burns perfectly.
Let's get it.
Yes,
Let's
I'm
try
gonna roll me another one right
Okay,
here.
we'll wait for you on that. We'll do a.
Is
Yeah.
that plastic paper that you roll?
No, it's
Yeah, it's like
it's flavored transparent cigarette paper, ultra thin, slow burning, gum free. It's supposed to be healthy.
you should have your name on this, considering that's what your name is.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do with it.
The
to be honest.
transparency joint.
I was like,
Right.
did you
So tell your boys that off camera or
Right,
whatever.
right, yeah.
Let's do that.
That's
Right.
so.
No shit.
There you
Transparency
go.
joint.
That's
Yeah,
actually really
exactly.
cool. Yeah.
You get to see what you're smoking right here.
Right. So
Man.
and yeah, see, exactly. That's all we were trying to do is let everybody see what we're smoking, because like a lot of people they don't understand, and that's why reaching out to you on your platform, maybe we can try and open some people's eyes about some other things as well.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
bro.
Because we're definitely in a dark age, and all
see-
we can do
Well,
is
here, man, I got
yeah.
I got an idea, because it's to have you on is such a pleasure, and it's actually for anyone who's watching. This can be some life-changing stuff. So
Yeah.
like, let's say, like, for example, there was something really big that hit the scene of the world, right? And we had to face police on our way to go and try and get food.
Mhm. Yeah.
What kind of things do you think we should know off the bat in just any kind of simple conflict with a police officer that might give us the upper hand?
First and foremost, great question.
That is a great question.
First and foremost, you need to know and understand the simplicity of what your human rights are, where, when, and where they can try to overstep those boundaries. Because everything that they try to do, let's not forget, is an overreach, is an overstep of the boundaries of the rights that we have. They work for us. So when
Yeah.
we're out there and they try to say, stand back, say, wait a minute, man. First and foremost, the sidewalk's open. It's not blocked off. I can stand here. You're not my dad. Don't tell me what to do. Get back to your job.
Right.
Because we know what we're allowed to do. Simply, there's laws out there as well too, that will protect us for recording in public. There was a woman named Susan Bassi that I met in Sacramento when I went out there to record, and one of the things that she says was, "You need to stop calling stop calling yourself a First Amendment auditor, stop calling yourself a cop watcher, call yourself a journalist,
Oh, cool.
because there's laws that protect you as a journalist."
Oh,
Also,
cool.
keep this in mind. This might be something for you guys as well, because you guys have been censored so much for so
Mhm.
long. It's not, and I think you're really good at this. It's not a form of harassment if you're asking questions.
Right.
So always do what you're doing in the form of a question, right? It's not
Right.
harassment. So not like, hey man,
Like, hey, yeah.
you're a chomo because
Right.
you know what I mean, because of this and that.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
like, hey,
Hey, aren't you a chomo because of this and
Yeah.
that?
right? Or
Yeah,
say,
or
hey
could
man,
he be?
is it did you hear of the allegations made against you?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
People
Like,
are saying that you
Yeah.
are You
Yeah.
start off with that, even.
Right. And sometimes all you
Yeah.
gotta do is show a few videos without even narrating. Like you just barely a nudge, and it makes a sentence from things. Yeah. Like, Podesta's emails, and
Right.
when you connect dots to that, that's rabbit hole stuff.
Yeah. I follow all that stuff, man. I've been watching and paying attention before I started my channel. I had a channel called Mind Blown. We got vids that got taken down.
Really
And it was basically I showed a lot of stuff, man. I made some videos.
cool.
It was growing legs on its own, man. I never promoted it from my other
That's
channels.
awesome.
And it was just growing legs. Like for instance, I started seeing Instagrams of like Tom Hanks and a lot of different people, and I knew that they were gonna take it down because the pizza emojis and the
Yeah.
puke emojis, that shit was overwhelming, man. Oprah
Yeah.
Winfrey, fucking everybody got it.
Oh man.
Everybody got it, man.
Everybody got it.
Yeah, that was quite a time, man.
That shit was gangsters. Fuck.
Yeah.
That really set me for a whirl, because the crazy thing was I had always had like these like I kind of knew about the New World Order and like martial law and everything coming, like the mark of the beast, basically. It's like since I was a kid, like it just kind of been instilled in me. But then once I started with the pizza symbols and all that, man, that just threw me for a loop. I was like, that was the sauce on the. I was
Fucking
like, wow, that
slam dunk, motherfuckers.
and when you really go deep and you see, and it's like, wow, if you think about it, and this is a simple way I can like kind of to break it down to, I don't know, whoever it relates to, but I just drew a brain.
No, I want to pick up. Because
Go ahead.
if you watch Pervywood, I'd say 2, Pervywood 5.
I think I watched mostly all of them, bro.
Yeah, I mean, once you do, you notice you'll
Oh.
get the whole Pizzagate, everything. You'll get
Right.
the people will laugh at the idea. For some people out there, they might think, "Oh my god, I think Pizzagate's real." Because we just had, someone
I
on our
remember-
podcast.
I remember now too. What I was gonna say is like, okay, so like whether like you were initiated into a gang or like a corporation or like even like working for the state or any of these types of sectors, you know that there's like you have to do certain things in order to get into those things. Like in a gang, you're not getting in unless you get jumped or certain criteria. So for me to like start to think about how crazy that could possibly be, but it's like, man, they do, basically run all the media and all this stuff, and I know just from being in Hollywood, they would try to coerce the girls into just like auditions, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
From my understanding, that's how they do it. They invite you to parties,
right,
whatever they'll throw everything on the table. Like, here, you
Yeah.
want this, you want that. How about some of this? You want some lines? You want some this? How about some fucking sex? How about
the
this? How about
world,
that?
man,
Wow.
whatever
It's
you
like-
want,
And then whatever you want, it's like, now we got you.
Temptation.
yeah,
Central,
exactly. And they
man.
just see how far you go up, and then before you know it, you're looking back on some wicked, twisted stuff.
You know what's crazy, bro, is because of the numbers that I've gotten on my channel, because of a lot of the people that I've talked to and come across, and people that reach out to me and stuff like that, like I sense like that coming soon, like because recently I went to that G4 live event in Las Vegas, and I went to Mike Tyson's mansion's party.
Yeah,
Like
Cool.
fucking I was backstage with Mike Tyson, on stage with Snoop Dogg,
that's right.
and I'm seeing like
Sweet.
a lot of people, they want to know people who know people.
Mhm.
And I don't really like in reality, I didn't get my numbers by knowing people.
Right.
I got my numbers by going out on the street,
Right.
recording, asking questions,
Right.
documenting my shit,
Working.
giving
Facts.
people solid information, giving
Yeah.
people the knowledge of their own human rights
Mm-hmm.
for free.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I don't
100%.
and even though like I'm not gonna lie, like I would like some fucking shout outs from Snoop Dogg and
Right.
all these my favorite rappers, Too Short. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I want to meet some of these fucking guys and shit too. But
you
Yeah.
at the
will.
same time, man, like in reality, if I meet them, it's like hell yeah, man. Here's my card, bro. Like shout me the fuck out, dog. Like
Mhm.
you gonna like
Right.
my shit, homie.
Right,
Like real
right.
shit. You're gonna like my shit.
Straight up, you got to
But-
go get in there, you got
Yeah.
to get in their face and really put it out there.
And I'm not much of a
push on
party
'em.
animal,
Yeah.
bro. Like I hate going to parties and shit. Like I like
I feel
being
you.
at home with my wife
Yeah,
and just watching
and that's
fucking
I
home
feel you.
movies and home TV, stupid shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like it like I back in the day I would have loved to been at these parties, but to me it's like the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah, I feel
And I
that.
think that's how they get you. The
Yeah.
parties and the
Yeah.
lights and the
Straight
getting
up.
to know people. I know this guy. I'm gonna get you to know him, and everybody's like, "Fuck yeah!" Like
Mhm.
I'm gonna take a picture with them. Like,
Mhm.
damn, what's the big deal? Like,
I wonder how dark and deep it really goes. The other day we were at Universal Studios and we were going down that really long set of escalator. And you saw a golf course. I thought how much stuff was underneath that golf course, because it's nothing of a surprise that there's an underground world in LA. Homeless people know most about it.
Yeah.
We should go talk to some.
That's why I said we
right,
get
no
out
shit.
the.
They'll tell us how to get down there, dude.
Bro, if you guys like straight did a homeless channel
Yeah.
and kept it focused just the channel on that, you guys would get a lot of support too. Plus,
Yeah.
I could shout you guys out
Oh
every now and then,
shit,
shit like
dude.
that.
Okay.
Just do man on the street type shit too. And I see you're already prepared as well.
Yeah.
The
Well, and I've been doing. Yeah, I got
mic,
the mic.
custom mic. That's
Well,
dope,
we've
bro.
been going out there and doing
Right.
those community outreaches already anyway. So like we're already in it. So might as
Word.
well go with
I
it.
seen that.
Like we're.
Yeah.
So that's the next
Yeah.
move on the next one. We're gonna go down there with their little camera crew and stuff. Just
Real.
because nobody, if who's keeping in touch with them, like if you don't know what they know, then we don't really know what's on going on because they're in they're in ground zero basically,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they always seem red pilled when I talk to them too, just like they,
Some of them hate being on camera. Though. That's the only thing.
yeah, well,
It's hard to do what you do with that because some will be like,
Well, and the more I go down there, though, I get some regulars that know me,
"Word,
and
okay,
stuff like that. So I'm, wouldn't be incriminating by any means because
word,
we
word,
definitely
word,
respect their
word."
privacy. Because I would hate to be in that position, and that's why we're there to help. So
There's so because of what I do, a lot of folks reach out, and a lot of folks are activists,
nice, yeah.
and they do a lot of work, um, of different kinds of work. Mr. Checkpoint,
Oh, nice,
shout out Mr. Checkpoint.
right,
We've actually recorded together, and he doesn't like recording with people.
nice.
Um, one of the things he said was, "Man, I got nothing but good vibes from you and your sons. Like you guys were fun to hang out with." And he doesn't really like to go out and record. He like kind of does his own thing. But one of the things I notice is he's kind of like really political on his channel. Like he talks about certain things and he pushes like certain things that I think, man, I don't know if he's being um
Coerced
coerced or guided in a
or
certain
paid
direction, or
or
maybe those are maybe his real beliefs on things. But then again,
What's his
there's
age?
probably 30s, I think.
Okay.
So
All
he
right.
but he's a really good dude. Like I talked to him on the phone. I also talked to Jason Bassler of from Police to Police and the Free Thought Project website.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, like these guys are giants, both of them, in the police accountability movement.
Well, sorry,
that's
you,
what's
bro.
up.
Yeah.
Well, now, I mean, that's why I've been able to um get the trust, earn the trust of the people,
Right.
get people to know who I am and invite me over. I mean, you could probably hear that there's a little bit of street in my voice.
Mm.
People like, yeah, man, like, shit, bro. When you told that cop, man, fuck you, eh? Like, bro, that shit, I felt that. I was like,
Hey,
I've been wanting
hey.
to say that my whole life.
Oh,
Well, it always just it takes one,
shit.
and then the more of us that kind of stand up, man,
Yeah.
it becomes they'll get back in their place soon, man. You know what I mean? And I'd actually like to, I know that's not always planned, but if you had anything coming up, we'd like to
Yeah.
come pull up on the scene. You know what I mean?
Bro, if you
So
guys look, this is what I
so
tell people, man. Like, everybody and anybody should be recording police. Now, you
mhm.
don't have to go chase them down. I think also a lot of people, they start their channels and they start making money and they get the wrong idea. They're like, Psh, I'm gonna go fucking start some shit now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like, there's channels that go out and record private businesses. They've strayed away from the whole First Amendment audit. One of the things I think is important is, trying to find the origins of things.
Yeah.
For instance, we were digging for a long time to find out who created the term First Amendment audit. I was giving the credit to Jeff Gray, who's a badass fucking solid activist. Shout out to you, Jeff Gray. Honor your oath. Um, he he didn't actually start it. One day I finally got a chance to talk to him. He's like, "Nah, man, it's Carlos Miller from the Photography is Not a Crime and all that." Those guys started the term First Amendment audit. I just kind of, took the term and I just kind of used it. And so now I always give the credit to Carlos Miller. And I don't really know what happened to him. He doesn't record no more. But I gotta tell you, there's a lot of channels now. Shout out James Freeman, shout out Direct D from Arizona. Badass dudes, man, badass channels.
Cool.
A lot of these channels, a lot of these dudes now, they hate that term though, that moniker, First Amendment auditor, First Amendment audit, just because there's a lot of people doing dumb shit that
Really
we
now?
do. Yeah. And so
What's the worst you've seen lately?
this one guy calls himself Silence Boy. He was recording this street vendor, this woman who was selling food, and he walked up to her and he says, in Spanish, he said, "Ira lo que tienes que hacer para sobrevivir." And basically, what he said was, "Look what you have to do to survive. It's qué vergüenza. It's what an embarrassment."
Yeah.
And I was like, "The fuck, bro?" And then nobody liked that, bro.
Damn.
And so I was like,
It wasn't uplifting.
and yeah, and so
That's fucked up.
not only
actually.
that, she like smacked the camera out of his hand, and he
Yeah.
calls the cops and gets her fucking arrested, bro.
What? And he's supposed to have been like, he has a platform of like,
He calls
trying
himself
to-
a First Amendment auditor as well. And there's
he created
the-
that situation.
Yeah.
he's trying to be for the people.
yeah, and he's you know what I'm saying.
What?
It's like, okay, so apparently
That
he's
is
kind
wrong.
of, is he right in a sense though? He's able to go and record and talk shit to whoever he wants. I mean,
Oh my
without getting hit.
God.
I mean, he should be able to, right? But a lot of these guys,
yeah.
a lot of these guys are taking what we do now and giving it a bad name. So now people are like, fuck these auditors. They're frauditors.
Right.
Now there's
There you go.
channels that are growing that hate what we do, calling us First Amendment frauditors. And now folks are like, wait a minute, I want nothing to do with this shit.
Dude, this is one of the things we gotta do. If you know
Controlled
what I mean.
opposition.
And
we
so
make a
now
movie,
recently what we've been doing is, yes,
we gotta
hell
highlight
yes,
that,
bro.
Right?
Hell yes. Clear the fucking air.
Yeah.
Separate the men from the boys. So now
That's
there's
the
there's a
purpose of
lot
it,
there's
like
a lot of the
knife.
yeah, there's a lot of the bigger channels. I'm one of them. I'm actually the second biggest channel that still does First Amendment auditing. I still consider James Freeman the biggest channel. I know there's a channel called Lackluster. I think he considers himself the biggest, but he kind of just does what I do as far as like sharing videos and showing stuff. And much respect to Lackluster. You do fucking awesome ass work, man. But I
Cool.
think right now the guy wielding the fucking sword is James Freeman. He's like leading the movement. You know what I mean? Like, let's
Yeah.
go and shit.
That's right.
I gotta
and
watch some James Freeman.
He's
haven't
fucking
yet.
legit. You guys are gonna love him. So
Yeah.
James Freeman and other channels, shout out to Brian and High Impact Flicks, is where I learned
Mm.
the term statism versus voluntarism. So basically what you were talking about a little bit, opting out of this, is kind of goes in hand with voluntarism. We'll do it in a voluntary type thing, right?
Dope.
And then statism is if you basically believe if you need a poppy, right? If you need somebody to come by and says, man, I need you to do this, stand over here, do this, do that. You know what I mean? You know, I need a dad. Like a lot of people tell me in the comment section, you know, those same cops that you fucking talk shit about, who are you gonna call when you need help? Right? It's one of the propaganda statements.
Makes sense. Someone would say that.
Of course. I mean, imagine if I was a 70-year-old lady, but I like to say, what kind of man calls another man for help? Isn't that what the Second Amendment was for? Right?
Yeah. What's up?
You need a daddy.
Right. Look
Right.
what just happened at the school. All the parents
Right.
are pissed that they
Exactly,
couldn't go
bro. Exactly,
in because
bro.
the cops were,
You know, I mean, obviously there was a bunch of questions came out of there. One that came about was that was actually like a government city where
Mm.
like it was like kind of how they have on the, you know, on the Air Force bases, they got the like the ghost towns basically. So it's like
Possible.
what we had actually thought about was doing a fundraiser and actually traveling out there and just going and interviewing the neighbors.
You know
and
what's
just,
crazy? Check this
you
out.
know,
I'm glad, I don't mean to cut you off.
no, go for it.
But this First Amendment auditing community
Mm.
has grown like wildfire.
Yeah,
And now we're in almost in every state.
that's what's up.
We're in there's channels that reach out to me from the UK, bro,
So
from Australia, Canada. I've helped a lot of channels grow from a lot of different areas. And that's one of the
sick.
things when I started, I seen that the older channels before me were trying to corner the market. They're not
Yeah.
really trying to help channels grow. And I said, wait a minute. I don't I don't ever expect to be the biggest channel, and I don't care if I do. I don't really care for like to be uh, paraded as a hero, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not the movie The Watchmen where they're like fucking superhero misfit superheroes, right?
Right.
I don't want to be one of those guys.
Nah.
Um, I just want to do my job here. Plus, there's a way to make money on this shit, and they're paying, and I'm allowed to build on do this shit. I'm like, I'm doing this shit. I'm gonna help
Absolutely.
other channels grow as well.
God has shown you that this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Yeah, there's
I
nothing
believe
else
that.
you should be doing right now.
I
This is
believe that.
enlightening people to their own power. It's one
Right.
thing to have
Mhm.
a spiritual power, and everyone has their own flavor, whether it's Christ or Buddha or some
Right.
Hindu god or goddess. But this is something where it gets a little more intimate. It's your own true power. Like the folks who've come on my podcast and challenged the law and had moments of victory, they said in the moment of, like, and this probably happens to you too, in the moment of facing a cop or saying something,
Mhm.
so they say it's something spiritual happens.
Yeah, it's an empowerment, bro.
Yeah,
It's
and
an empowerment.
something takes over. And like the Matthew is one that sticks out when he spoke, and he spoke his rights in court, and it was almost like you defeated a boss with a cheat code, and they just couldn't proceed anymore, and they self-destructed.
Right.
It happens for people.
Well, it
Mm.
says in the Bible that you're supposed to obey, law and be, allowed yourself to be governed, the right way or whatnot.
Yeah.
But it also says that if they're lawless, if the government is lawless, then it's ungodly for you to allow
Allow
it.
that. That's what I was saying. I was like, at some point,
Wow.
like, don't we consider some of these laws to be unlawful?
Yeah. So once you realize that it's unlawful, it's
Yeah.
your job and your duty to question it.
Our church actually, Jack Hibbs, pastor over at Chino Calvary Hills, that's what he talks about, and he says as Christians, and he's pretty like he's an activist. He's ready to rock and roll if it needs to be, and like he like really talks about nitty gritty going on. He didn't just read from the Bible all the time, and like it's a really good eye opener for me to try to invite people because I had that spiritual awakening
Mhm.
less than 2 years ago now, and so it's like everybody I roll with, they're still definitely asleep in that factor, and
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go to church. They're like, what? Like,
Yeah.
but little by little, one by one, and it's like a mustard seed will move a mountain,
That's true, man.
and that's why we do what we do. Cause just to hear one person say, oh man, thank you for that. I've literally, well as all of us have a story to tell like that. And, I've seen so many people been victimized by this poisonous, agenda that they're
Mhm.
putting us through, trying to say no keywords, but we know what we're talking about.
I know.
And like I've heard people tell me like, yeah, if it wasn't for your videos, like I would have took it. And then it's like, yeah, I want to get him on the show. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine, he watched my videos and then he begged his brother not to, but he ended up getting it for his job. And he was only 19. He was overweight and bye.
Damn.
Yeah, and I got multiple stories like that we ain't gonna talk about, obviously, but today. But yeah, it sucks, man. But
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are so obvious, and it's kind of sad and funny to sit back and watch groups of people who all got their third and their fourth or whatever, and then they're all talking about, man, all these people are dying. Oh, it's so weird.
yeah,
What's going on? They don't get it. They're not getting it.
yeah.
And I don't know, man. Will they ever? And how far is this going?
Yeah.
Right.
But once again, man, it's like, that's why you're so good at what you're doing because you put, it's just how you feel. It's like when you do what's good for the people and it's from your heart, then you will
Right.
do good, And
Yes.
I'm seeing that now because I've been successful in many different factors, but now like I'm taking a different approach and yeah, I'm basically going against the grain and I'm like, swimming
Mhm.
upriver to say the least. And, it's like, I'm hitting brick walls for here and there with certain things, but it's just pointing me to another direction. And
Word.
like they say water don't run uphill, but we're getting there, Like,
Oh man,
yeah.
Yo, what's that machine?
this is something that I bought at G4 Live.
That thing looks
And-
wicked. It looks like a jam box.
And so I think I forget the name of it, but I'll have to
Yeah, I'm
text you the
anticipating. the roll there.
It's pretty cool. So what it is
Yeah.
you know, it comes with some little sticks, and you stick a stick right in there,
Yeah.
and like a long toothpick, and then you just kind of break up the weed and you pack it in there
It's like a
tight.
huge hitbox. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
You just pack it in there tight like a cigar, and it smokes because the stick is in there, and you pull it out. It smokes forever like a cigar. It
Is it-
stays lit forever, and it tastes so fucking good.
This is how we used to get it back in the
What,
early
bro?
'90s.
Let
You
me
know,
hold this
from
again.
across the border.
Yeah,
Come in
man.
a gas tank. Though.
Holy moly! I was too stoned to pay attention prior.
Smoke like a boss, I think is the slogan.
It's just condensed.
The purple
dude.
something, I think. And Cannabis Talk 101, they'll hook you up with all these guys, man. This one too, Flour Mill.
Mhm.
No more grinders, bro. It's like a mill. So it has the bottom, and then it has like this thing that just presses against it.
That's
and it
nice.
basically smashes it against the bottom of it, and it's no more grinders. Say goodbye to grinders, bro. Flour
Get out
Mill.
of town. This is
Fucking dope. I love this thing. It's pretty cool.
you're like in the year 2030 with weed. I want all of
And
this.
it's hell yeah. Little toys that I bought at the G4 Live and shit.
That's
But you know what's
tight.
crazy is I took my assistant Janice, and she was able to go and ask questions and tell these people like we got a pretty big fucking YouTube channel, so we got pretty big social media. Let's connect and do an affiliate link where we'll put your business, or I could do this with you guys as well. Put your affiliate links, whatever stores you guys have, and whatever sales you guys can give me a profit, whatever comes from.
Give you a promo code, and that way we
Yeah,
can track the sales.
exactly.
Yeah, we do have that set up, so we'll definitely exchange info and get
Hell
that
yeah.
going. So, yeah, on my website, I like to put up like I put his link. Yeah, definitely anybody that's on this type of movement, we're definitely want to build
And
I got
trust
some
me,
products, man.
I have a lot of
Autism
folks on my
products.
channel that will appreciate your work.
Well,
Some that
nice.
won't, but some that will.
Well,
So,
speaking
Yeah.
of which, why don't you grab that red pill over there?
Uh-huh.
We'll do the red pill
do the
segment
red
for
pill
your
segment?
Yeah.
yeah.
And for those listening, yeah, I have a detox topical that is also provided for autism, for those who have autism. It supports them and brings them back to normal. So we'll put those links with everyone's.
Let's cut the commercial. And we'll be right back.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Good Lion has teamed up with a small family business to bring you a topical that's been proven to detoxify the brain of heavy metals, poisons, and other toxins, all of which, when detoxed, make way for optimal brain function. Ari is an herbal formulation for anyone needing to detox, and specifically for anyone with autism. Ari has not only been freeing those with autism, but also those taking care of loved ones with it. Caretakers can breathe again, and autistic behaviors dissipate. This formulation is an herbal blend which is produced in small batches, containing only the cleanest and most vibrant ingredients. Because the individual ingredients are uniquely extracted, gently and naturally by the sun, they can be absorbed directly into the bloodstream within seconds, via the soles of the feet or the navel. This method avoids the digestive tract and has proven more effective than pills or capsules. This is a 2-step program requiring a 12-day detox first, which helps eliminate any heavy metals and toxins accumulated in the brain. This is then followed by autism support and is recommended to use for as long as results are desired. The formulation contains no chemicals, CO2, or solvents, ensuring that it's pure and natural. Are you treating with Ari?
And we're back. So
All right.
following up.
Yes, we're gonna spark up this joint now, right?
rolled by this.
No lie. Oh, you know what? Okay. Because I
Here
was
we
about
go.
to say I did a couple bong rips while I was sitting here, and my lighter vanished and I didn't move. But
Yeah, no, we're doing it.
okay,
This-
which end would you light? I guess that end, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The little hole is for the mouth. Look at this thing.
So, do you know if these are FDA approved? Not that we will care for the FDA approval at
So
this
you know what's
point.
crazy, bro? From what I've been seeing on
I know.
YouTube,
I don't trust
if
it.
you call your shit CBD, they'll allow you to smoke and fucking and all this and that, but you can't just say it's weed.
Exactly.
So a lot of folks are getting away with saying your shit CBD.
This
Mhm.
is a super pack CBD.
Hey, you know what just happened? My probation hit me up and said they're not going to drug test me anymore because I petitioned to get my marijuana card looked at, and it worked. So I can smoke weed on probation. It's pleasant.
Shit.
I know. So tell me a tip for someone like along this line. If a cop asks you a question, you don't answer it, right?
First and foremost, you're the one that should be asking cops questions.
Right.
They shouldn't be asking you shit. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be answering their questions.
Is it true too that supposedly, like if you're on the highway or wherever the case may be, if a cop hits their buzzers on you and the siren and they pull you over, technically you're supposed to ask them, where's the emergency and how may I help you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
And if they pull you over with the berries and the buzzers, then they're technically in violation of their job
Is that so?
to a degree, maybe. Like that's the word on the streets. So
well, let
Yeah.
me just say this, okay?
Sounds like it.
There's, if you think about it, what two contracts do you have with the government? Or what contracts can you think of that you have with the government? I could think of really only two.
the straw man contract where our names are in all caps on all our government IDs and everything.
That would go with the taxes, right? Because they tax your ass for everything, and that's how they fucking tax you through all your numbers. So you're right. That's the contract, and their second contract would be the DMV, on the road, right? So that's the second contract that you have with the DMV, and your other one is taxes. So in reality, I've opted out of that whole driving shit. I don't drive. And in reality, if you think about it, people are out there now, they're getting jobs driving. Uber, taxi, food delivery, all kinds of different shit, right?
Yeah.
Truckers, those are drivers,
Mhm.
right? You guys have heard the whole sovereignty thing. You're trying to talk about that, YouTube will fucking demonetize you and call you a sovereign citizen, even put labels on your videos.
Mhm.
That's why I try not to talk too much about that. But there's a lot that I know regarding,
They probably did that to me already.
yeah,
Damn.
probably.
I did a sovereignty week.
Mm.
You posted on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'll check your video to see if it's on there, to see if your label is on there, your channel, on your videos.
It gets people really excited to understand that they have an ability to unplug, and you not
Mhm.
driving is like one of the biggest steps.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
own
let me
a
just say
car.
this: I'll drive. Like fuck yeah, I'll drive.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna fucking, pay this and pay that and do this and do that. Like if they catch me, fuck it, they catch me. I'll pay whatever fucking price. You know what I mean?
Okay,
And
so there you go. We're on the same page because when they called lockdown, I went rogue. I quit paying any government parking tickets, anything. Like I let my tag expire for over 2 years. Like I finally ended up getting pulled over and he gave me the click it ticket and I kept driving for a while, but I ended up parking that thing. I sent the title out of state and got it re-registered. So F you, Newsom.
yeah, man. In reality, if even if the cops pull you over, man,
Yeah.
it's obviously sometimes it could be fucking dicks when they walk up. But for the most part, man, for many years I drove without a license, and I wouldn't record them back in the day, but they would always let me go, man.
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, fucking got me, boss.
Wow, they
Fucking
just let
got
you
me.
go for real?
Yeah, I would always be cool with them, and they let me go.
I want to do that with a motorbike. I want to get a bicycle. Yeah, I want to go out there.
People
Yeah.
wouldn't believe that having my channel. Probably people wouldn't believe. They probably think like, oh, cops are just mean to you, fucking your whole life. You little bitch. You're just mad because cops are fucking. You hate cops.
Oh
But
yeah.
anyway, I don't hate cops, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
I just understand. Like, man, I could blow your mind with what I'm about to tell you right now. Check this out. BLM.
Yeah.
Right? Do they have a valid argument? Yeah. Racism does exist. But how many times can you, and I don't want to say regurgitate, but how many times can you state an obvious problem and not really talk about the solutions? What are the solutions to racism and policing? What are the solutions to, let's say we wave a magic wand. All right. And we get rid of racism in policing today. Bro, tomorrow we're going to need to create new signs that say fuck all narcissists because there's a lot of cops that are narcissists too. So
Yeah.
if we keep attacking an obvious problem without a solution, where the fuck are we going?
I'll print it on a t-shirt.
Right.
Start.
And so
Mm.
I started to see and understand these things, bro. And I started to say, okay, so now we have a problem of narcissism, right? We're gonna have to wave new signs. But in reality, there's a lot of policy that allows cops to behave the way they do. If BLM was on their A game, right?
Mm.
Sean King and all those guys that fucking ignored me for a long fucking time, and I reached out to them,
Mm.
and they all ignored me.
Mm.
And I started talking about qualified immunity, and nobody knew what the fuck it was.
Have you ever been to their website?
Yeah, I mean,
They got some their policies and clauses.
what I see from them is they're not offering a solution.
That's what sucks out there, man.
And-
People
and-
find power in complaining. They'd rather complain than put their energy on how to fix it. That's kind of masculine as to how to fix it.
But
and
at the same
feminine is
time,
to complain.
it's
And they
gonna
won't
piss
let
them
them.
off if you say that word complaining, because in reality, look, in reality, they have a good fucking argument, right? Like, fuck, man, they've been wrong, right? Many have been wrong. But here's my take on all of that.
they've just media-sized it and like
Exactly.
used it as a
Oh
propaganda
no, yeah,
tool,
exactly,
you know?
bro,
So
exactly.
and yeah, just really
To create
push the
more
movement,
civil unrest without a solution, right?
Yeah. So yeah,
I started seeing a lot of things, and I said, okay, well, shit. If BLM was on their A game, why didn't they talk about qualified immunity? And I tell you right now, when people talk about qualified immunity, they talk about the revision of qualified immunity in like 82 or 83. But qualified immunity was enacted in 1967, a couple years after the Jim Crow laws were repealed. A preacher went to Mississippi to go test those laws. He got arrested and he got convicted, and the Supreme Court overturned that. And what nobody seems to call out, if BLM was on their A game, like I say, what they should have did is they should have talked about it. The Supreme Court judge says, you know what? You're right. Case is thrown out. But at the same time, cops throughout the nation, from sea to shining sea, how are they going to know all the laws in the books? It's impossible for a cop to know all the laws in the books.
Word.
So what we have to do to stop all these lawsuits in the future is give police officers throughout the nation qualified immunity. That happened in Pearson v. Ray in 1967. Why nobody's talking about that is beyond me. Like right now, the George Floyd incident, right? People ask me if that was true or not. I don't know, bro. I don't know if it really happened or not. I don't know if it was a psyop, if the CIA was involved with Hollywood. I don't know, bro. I don't know because I wasn't fucking there.
yeah,
But this is what I do know,
right.
right? There was another case that really happened. This case was the case of Elijah McClain. You guys ever heard of his name?
Yeah.
Vaguely remember. I should know though.
So Elijah McClain was a kid that was killed partly by this whole police propaganda that says, see something, say something, right?
Word.
And so somebody saw something and they said something. They called the police, and the police came fucking in, like what I like to say in Spanish, in chinga. They fucking came like that, bro. Right? They started telling, hey, get over here, get over here, get over here. And the kid was like, man, nah, man. Like I'm an introvert. Like I don't cause no problems. Like I play violin. Like I'm a violinist.
Yeah.
Nah, man. The cops started fucking getting him and holding him down, and they called in
What?
medical. And medical injected him with ketamine.
What the what?
So
why
after,
was he like really wigging out, trying like
bro,
to
the kid
refuse
was
arrest?
the size of my son Nate Skates, and my daughter's an introvert who plays
They just abused
violin.
their power on this little kid.
Yeah, they fucking overpowered him first and foremost, and
Wow.
they said that he was so strong, right? He couldn't have been that strong, bro. They called in medical and they injected him with ketamine. Now, this happened around the same time the George Floyd incident happened. But everybody kept it hush on Elijah McClain's story. And to me, that Elijah McClain story was just as bad. It was on body cam. They had the body cam.
They killed him
He died
right then and there.
with the ketamine. Yeah, he died.
Oh,
With the injection and the
they gave him
force.
too much. Oh, and the
Gave him too
force.
much. Yeah. And
Damn,
so
he tripped out to death.
yeah, and so here's why I personally, and I'm not going to be bullshitting at the end of this story, right? I think the reason that they kept it on the hush and pushed to George Floyd so much was because the Elijah McClain incident wouldn't have just tarnished the reputation of police throughout the nation. I think that I think the Elijah McClain incident also would have tarnished the reputation of police, but also would have brought into question the contract that pharma and ketamine has with the police departments throughout the land, right? And the use of it.
They did ketamine on George Floyd.
No.
Okay.
That's why I think that they didn't push the Elijah McClain incident, right? Because the Elijah McClain incident, dude, if you pay attention to that, like I did videos on that shit. I was crying, bro, because he reminded me of my son. His body, like he's just a skinny little kid. He was like 18, I think, and
wow,
and his personality reminded me of my daughter. So this to me, I was working on these videos. This is like my kid right there, bro. I'm thinking like
it's different.
It could be my son or my daughter right there.
It's different.
And it was breaking me down every time I was working on those videos. And I put a lot of effort into those videos, and those fucking videos are getting shadow banned.
Yeah, see, and it's like, what? Why? See, they want to ban certain things, but not others. Like you could put up a video about the war in Ukraine, but you can't put up a video about the adverse reactions from an actual kid that had a heart attack. Why?
So, but there's a thing that I realized on my channel that happens, bro. When so I did make videos on the Elijah McClain story, and I helped push it out there. And so that what I'm saying is not bullshit. The highest payout in American history for a police brutality case was not paid out to the George Floyd family.
Yeah.
It was paid out to the Elijah McClain family.
Why does the killer get money? Is it the killer you're saying?
No. The family.
Oh my God.
So the highest, exactly, hush money right there, bro.
Shit. How much money did they get?
Don't you know that also all the lawsuits, bro, that happen, it doesn't come from them, bro. It comes from the constituents, the taxpayers. We pay that. We fork that bill.
That's so ridiculous.
Right?
Yeah.
We forked that
we never
bill.
got to say so on it.
No.
Nope.
And so, there's always stipulations to keep a tight lid.
That's
and
ridiculous.
the families, most of the time, in order to get that fucking 60 million or whatever, I don't know how much they got paid, but I could do the research and find the numbers out and post a link on this as well. But man, it's just, the whole story is insane. And when I'm doing videos on all this shit, and this is what I found on my channel, okay? When I reached out to all these the left, right, or these pushers of an agenda or whatever, and I'll say it right here, bro. Sean King is one of them, right? I reached out to him and he fucking ignored me. I was making videos about qualified immunity, bro, and I was talking to him and reaching out. Nobody knew and understood what the fuck qualified immunity is. Do you guys know what it is?
No, I was kind of waiting for you to get there because you've been telling us the story.
It's a policy. It's an umbrella of protection over police when they make mistakes. So as long as a cop did his job in good faith, right, and as long as he didn't know that there was a well-established law against that, you really can't say that he did his job bad. You can't tell as long as he says he did it in good faith. So they gave cops qualified immunity throughout the land. Like I said, BLM should have been all over that because it was over a racist case. But I started talking about it the day after George Floyd died and people started rioting. I started going out there and talking and asking questions. Nobody from Antifa wanted to fucking answer any questions at all. They were like,
they had no answers.
Get that fucking camera away from me.
It's funny how you went from BLM
like that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they don't got
you went
answers,
from BLM
bro.
to Antifa. For those that don't know the connection there.
Right.
So, So yeah,
And from my understanding, I'm not trying to down BLM because I let me just say this.
But it's
I
a
don't-
paid organization ran
from my
by.
understanding, it was started off as a good intention.
Oh, of course.
And then it turned into
Everything
something else,
does always
right?
start.
That's what they say. The road to hell is paved in good intentions, right?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Because then the evil sons of guns, they pull over and take reign because the good people been controlled by the book and thinking, and that's what's so crazy, because at some point, as a Christian and as a follower, you do got to stand up and heaven forbid it gets violent, but you can't let them run the show.
Right.
And that's what happened, was just over a period of time, everybody just kept turning their shoulder on a lot of things, and it's sad. So
Yeah, I know. And now we're here and we're fighting for our guns.
yeah,
That's true, man.
They really
time.
they're getting desperate.
I think the more we teach the First Amendment, people wake up to the First Amendment and they know and understand it and appreciate it. They will not let the Second Amendment go. And I gotta tell you something, okay? I talk to folks in this community that lean left, and I talk to folks in this community that lean right.
That's good.
And it's crazy. A lot of them fight and argue with each other.
And that
but I think I'm able to soak it all up and let them speak their minds. And I think the ones who seem to lean left a lot are the ones who have studied like political science, and they talk about government this, government that. And I'm like, bro, hold up. You're talking about how government is supposed to work. Like, I get it. Like, you understand these government operations and how they're supposed to work, but it doesn't always work out that way. A lot of times you get people in government, they take advantage of their position. They don't want to lose that shit. They're making money on the side, doing this, doing that. And, and they make their shit crooked. They become a fucking political parasite. And when Brian at High Impact Flicks calls me and he's like, why don't you do more politics? I'm like, why don't you do more police?
Yeah.
right.
And I'm like, because
got a lane.
first and foremost, I get it. Like, is the Democrat of today the Republican of yesterday? Right. And
birds of a feather flock together.
And so, in my opinion, is if you fucking take away the strong arm, which is the guns, have the police have all the guns, right? And they're trying to take them away from the people. That's why I fucking love open.
Can't we
carries.
take them away from the police
I
too?
love open carry. That's what I'm saying, bro. Take them away from
everybody.
the
Don't get one.
Take guns.
Nobody
Yeah,
gets
exactly, bro. Fuck yeah, right. But you know what's crazy is they won't take the guns away from the criminals.
Right.
Criminals are always gonna get guns, bro.
Yeah.
These fucking gun laws don't stop the criminals from fucking carrying guns.
And not at all.
Like that case that happened in Gilroy, that shooter, right? And supposedly the fucking cops fucking shot him. Bro, these motherfuckers called themselves heroes, right? They didn't, and they said that they shot the guy. No, he didn't. The guy died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
The heck?
Right? When he seen the cops, he got scared and said, bam. But they called the cops heroes for like about an hour. And then the next news segment, like, we got that shit wrong. We apologize. It was a autopsy report came out, says a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Cops were like,
and how come all these crazy shooters, most of them always get detained peacefully,
right?
Like I think the last one he got blasted, but most of them
Give the
seem to
people
be
the guns.
detained, right? Why? And yeah, they always point that race card too. I mean, I hate to bring up race in any factor because that's all they talk about on mainstream media, so it's not a thing with us, but yeah, it sucks that they push that card so hard, in every one of them. Not only is it the restriction of guns, but also the race, It doesn't matter what the mainstream storyline is. It'd be like, it'd be like two men went to a store. They don't ever say that. It's, they gotta get down to the nitty gritty before anything and, put it on the line. Oh, it was this guy,
Bro, who's
like
racist, right? The left, when Goya came out supporting Trump,
right?
The left wanted to ban Goya.
Well, I know, right?
Why didn't they do that to any white-owned companies or anything? They're just like, fuck that, right?
Because it's controlled opposition.
Like,
and that's why it's like, we wouldn't claim to be left or right, like we just about, like, I'm not, and that's another thing, like I'll talk about politics, but I'm not political, and like, I was never about this stuff until they started. And that's, I was, I'm a hustler, bro. I'm in the streets, like, and so like, I would always just say, if it ain't about money or, women, then I ain't trying to talk about it. And, if the government could do whatever whatever they want as long as it doesn't affect me because I'm doing my own thing,
No
you know.
shit. And that's the
But-
mindset of the people.
And then when
huh?
they tried to tell me to put on that mask, that's when I got heavy and said, I said, it's on now because, you know, like I ain't doing none of that. I'm gonna let everybody know, bro. Like, you know, because like I said, I had that awakening, you know, knew this stuff as a kid. And
What did the
that was a
awakening?
whistle.
When did the awakening start for
Uh,
you?
it was literally just because like it just brought everything back about the mark of the beast. And you know, obviously when they called lockdown, there were no signs of that really per se, I wouldn't think.
Right.
But just like everything I knew, like it triggered like everything. And literally one of my very first posts I
Cool.
put on Instagram when that happened was, you know, it's like uh the virus isn't what you need to worry about, it's a mark of the beast. And I put a video where they were chipping you, you know.
Yeah.
I was telling people not to get the jab before they even had one, you know, like
Right.
you know.
Everybody seems to trust Elon Musk right now. And they're like,
See,
"This
that
is the
should be
guy-
a topic in the
give
red
me
pill
my
right
chip,
there.
bro.
Yeah,
Give me my
we have
chip."
to write that down.
I'm making a per every wood now on Elon.
Nice.
Just seems to be because he keeps popping up, and I should explore it more in depth. And that's the cool thing. When I get to make a movie, I start to explore it way more in depth too. I learn
Mhm.
things.
You learn. See,
Mhm.
and that's another thing. We get stuck in our lane. We don't care to learn or expand, you know, and I was my fault as well. I was so content just hustling, making bread and just, you know, doing my thing, going to clubs, meeting all these artists, whatever, you know, that was it, you know, and I had been spiritually lost and, you know, just lukewarm. I fell asleep to my spiritual side for you know, over 20 years at least, you know, and
Mhm.
just didn't even pay no attention and just became real successful at what I did
It's deep.
and met a lot of people in a lot of places, which now I've had one-on-ones like this with a lot of people, you know, behind the scenes to where luckily, you know, for me doing this, I never pictured myself to be on a podcast. I'll go on them, but like I never pictured it as a trying to do this. But you know, when they called lockdown and they told me put on that mask, man, and like I said, and that's why I started printing T-shirts because they kept, you know, tearing down my pages and deleting me and censoring me and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna make something that's gonna end up being illegal, you know, pretty soon if they keep going. Like, so I was like, let's, you know, you can't shut us up, man. And if we got to get back to like real old school rules and start sending a kite, then so be it. That's gonna be a flash drive though. So
Beautiful thing about the First Amendment, bro, is your ability to actually print out your shirts
yeah,
and not that be illegal within itself.
yeah.
You became a lion.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
I love when people say, "Man, I'm a lion. I'm a lion."
Straight up,
bro.
dude.
I'm a lion, bro. You know
We're
what I'm saying?
lions,
I'm a
man.
We're in the
lion, bro.
lion's den right now, that's for sure.
That's exactly the
Um,
DNA, man.
And yeah, we got a big fight on all hands, whether it be, you know, journalist or, you know, active, you know what, what is it? Sorry, again, you call it exactly?
Journalist.
The
First Amendment auditing.
auditing. Yeah. The auditing. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is if you look at like the dictionary about certain words, um, I try to sound a little bit smarter than I really am sometimes, right? So I'll look at dictionary. I'm like, gotta stop using this fucking word.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right. Yeah.
auditing goes in there with like research and just like a lot of different words.
Yeah.
And at the end, audit will be there. And in reality, auditing, it's a brilliant word. And I think that like I was saying, James Freeman and Direct D, shout out to those guys, badass dudes. They hate that word now. And they hate the term
Just because of the bad
because
flack.
of everybody that's been doing. But I say this, man, I agree to disagree with these guys.
Mhm.
But I'm not ready to let go of the term yet. It brought
Well-
us together. It brought the people together, and people
Exactly.
absolutely love a First Amendment audit, bro.
And whatever the term auditor or whatnot, just if everybody would just take time, 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour, 2 hours a day to just, you know, like just bust into something, do a little education research for yourself, you know, and it'll make you feel accomplished at the end of the day. And you will learn some stuff that you didn't even, you thought you knew it all, man,
Yeah.
you know, but
Real
like,
shit.
yeah. So, man, why don't we just dab into that red pill real quick, just see what we could touch
So I
the
did-
surface on. Oh, you
I
grabbed
did
one.
pull one. I did
Oh, okay.
pull one out.
Nice.
And
What do
this
we
actually
got?
goes, man. You asked him a question, and I was kind of hoping you'd ask me the same thing.
Mm.
And this is gonna go with this is human trafficking.
Oh.
So it's gonna go with. I'm hoping you ask
That
me
topic comes up a
when
lot.
did you wake up, right?
Mhm.
When did you get woke, or when did you wake up?
Me?
No, me.
You?
I'm hoping you'd ask me that, right?
When'd you? Because you had your awakening, and then you. At what point?
So a lot
yeah.
of it, bro. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos. And before I didn't know you can have a YouTube channel, I used to comment. I used to go on watch a lot of videos, and my wife would tell you she was there with me the whole time, um, and a lot of them were the Franklin cover up,
Yeah.
the Franklin scandal,
The school.
the school.
Yeah.
I did a lot of research when Pizzagate first came out. I was fucking watching, paying attention. For instance, on the through the Franklin scandal, there was a guy that came out. His name was Paul Bonacci, and he was interviewed, and he talked about the first uh, kid who was on the milk carton, the missing milk carton, right? Um, and there was a lot of weird shit about that kid. His name was like Johnny Gosh, and years later, um, supposedly he was years later.
Years later.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, years later he was supposedly on television asking questions to George Bush II as a journalist, and everybody's like, "The fuck is this guy?"
Johnny Gosh.
Yeah, Johnny Gosh, and I guess they did their research and found out that this fucking guy was a male prostitute on MySpace, right? They're like, "Holy shit, this fucking guy!" So all of a sudden he got lost and nobody knew the fuck he was and where he's at now. You type in his name Gosch, Johnny Gosh, right? The first kid on the milk carton, right? I'm not making this shit up. Shit's fucking crazy. It's a rabbit hole,
It's a
right?
documentary in
It's a
itself.
documentary within itself, bro. And
That's
so Paul Bonacci starts talking about a compound and a writer and a fucking and the movie director, and then later on, come to find out, they if I'm not mistaken, he described Hunter S. Thompson, the writer's compound, right?
yeah.
And then later on, his death was a mystery and this and that as well. But in Hunter S. Thompson's book, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, he talks about adrenochrome,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And supposedly you're not supposed to talk about
And
that shit.
well, yeah, well, it's like randomly it's a movie, but how did they and where did they come up with that word? And now it's a thing. It's like
Right.
I went to
yeah.
see Dave Chappelle and I thought Joe Rogan was going to be there. And then they swapped and Jon Stewart came out instead. And it became this liberal media fest comedy show. It was just so terrible.
What was?
This comedy show I went to at the Hollywood Bowl. And the people to my left, it was Marlon Wayans and his probably girlfriend. Didn't look like a wife. I searched her up. And then I yelled out loud when Jon Stewart came on. He commented on his age. And so I said, it's because he ran out of adrenochrome. And the Marlon Wayne's lady, she's like, "Oh, I heard that. Better watch out now." And I was like, "What the fuck?" So then
Shit.
later on, as I drank a little bit more, I turned to her and I was like, "Hey, what do you know about adrenochrome?"
Hmm.
And she's like, "I don't want to talk about that." And then she just looked back.
Hmm.
So Hunter S. Thompson was hired to go document the Hells Angels, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And then he came back and he said some shit. Apparently, it's in the book or something like that. And he talked about how these dudes were all in the water, fucking making out or whatever. And supposedly, from my
Wow.
understanding, I think it was on a documentary. He said that
Wow.
this,
Hunter L. Thompson said that?
yeah,
So he was
Wow.
there like
That's-
as a mole, just documenting.
he was there, but he was seeing some shit that he didn't like. And so, like for instance, one guy had opened his mouth and said some shit, so they fucking raped his wife
What?
and beat his ass, and then they raped his wife. And Hunter Thompson was like, "Hey man, what the fuck?" So they ended up beating his ass because he told them to stop.
They beat up Hunter?
Yeah, they beat up Hunter.
Oh,
And
okay. I was
then-
gonna say, I was like, he just walked in and out of there? No,
nah,
he got beat up
yeah,
though, at
they
least.
beat him the fuck up. So I
Oh,
guess he
wow.
dipped
It's
out.
intense.
He dipped out, and he ended up fucking having proof of these dudes making out in the water and shit, right?
Oh, wow.
And so later on, he talks about it on the show, and they want to beat his ass and everything.
I was gonna say must be on the
Yeah.
hot seat.
Yeah, no, they wanted to fuck him up.
Right.
And but he
Wow.
created this style of writing called gonzo writing, right? Where you can get fucked up, you could drink, smoke,
Oh,
fucking do
yeah.
it, any drug known to mankind. Just like on that video. I don't know if you guys know this, but that movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, the fucking the lawyer, he ended up becoming missing, man.
Which
Oh.
Yeah, they
wait,
never
wait.
found his ass.
The real lawyer in based in the like.
In the movie, in the book,
Oh.
the lawyer, Hunter S. Thompson's lawyer,
Oh, the big old guy.
the Mexican
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He was pissed off because Hunter called him a fucking 600-pound Samoan or some shit like that, or 300-pound Samoan.
Oh,
He's like, "What the fuck, bro? I'm not Samoan." I guess he got
he
mad
must have
about
ran
that.
around like with a big old pair of cojones too, then, huh?
How long has he been missing?
Oh, they never found him.
Who was that? An
It's
independent
fucking-
film he made, or was that a mainstream funded film? That Fear and Loathing.
I think
Was that a red
mainstream,
pill
bro.
or was that a
pretty main-
psyop?
It's pretty
Bro,
mainstream.
I think it's.
No, that was a fun movie, man. That
I
was
mean,
cool.
why? I don't know if they're not supposed to talk about adrenochrome.
Well,
Why did they mention it?
Because
on the
they
movie?
have to tell you
Not
their
just-
secret out loud in order for their powers to work. It's a universal law. So that's why they use the tele-live vision, to be able to cast their spells and to tell their BS. That's why.
Tell a live vision. I love
Yeah,
that.
They
yeah,
cast a spell.
yeah.
On the shows they have predictive programming. Amazon has a show called Utopia based off a UK version, but this they ramped up again in 2020, which means they probably filmed in 2018, 2019. But have you seen it, Utopia?
No.
It just mirrors exactly what we went through. There's a group of fanatics who are obsessed with this magazine or comic book, and because when it comes out, they can like get really like into the art and determine what kind of virus was going to be released into the public. Then they could find a vaccine. Like they thought this comic book would find it for them. Anyway, it ties into the world we're living in now because there's a huge pandemic and kids are dying. And there's this character who's like Bill Gates, who's John Cusack, and he even makes fake meat. And now that's what Bill Gates is pushing. Utopia reflects everything to the point where like once they find out the next virus, they pick someone to be the vaccine discoverer, and really they're just psyching everyone out. And then it gets to a point where like the head conspiracy friend who's been way into it for so long, he is now captured with Bill Gates, the character Bill Gates, and he's asking him like, "What are you doing? Like, I want to understand." And he's like, "You wouldn't understand." But he gets to this point. It's like, "Hey, I have to be the bad guy in the story because there are too many people on this planet and we have to trim back." Now that's debatable for a lot of people because I don't think we're running out of space.
That's all the study of eugenics, right?
Yes.
That all goes back to the study of eugenics.
And Bill
Yeah,
Gates
his dad.
Senior, Bill Gates
Yeah.
Senior was like all up in that.
He
Yeah.
runs Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if like when I
think it's-
when I talk to
I'm
somebody
good on
about
I mean, that.
they last forever, huh? Get you high as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, we almost finished it. That was phenomenal.
So like from my understanding, the way that goes is if you read the internet version of what eugenics is, it's like reading the cereal box, right? What's supposed to be in the contents. But there's some bad shit in there that's not really fucking told, right?
Yeah,
What's not really talked about.
true.
So I mean that goes with kind of everything, maybe eugenics was maybe it was meant for good. I don't know.
I don't think. Well,
No.
I'm thinking of euthanasia. I was about to say that's completely different, but it kind of seems like it runs along the same lines, huh?
I don't think so.
No.
So a lot of those folks, Bill Gates and all them, they're
I
involved in all
know.
that. The study of all that, right?
What's that?
So Bill Gates and the study of they're involved in all that, right? The study of eugenics.
Yeah, they are. Bill Gates' dad, Bill Gates Senior, and then he actually rubbed shoulders with Fauci, and then Fauci's family goes back to the
Right.
16th century.
I
They're
love
the
those videos that you made.
yeah, man.
too.
They're the Abyss family. If people don't know, like think about like your family crest. Why would it be a snake eating a baby? A
Right.
snake eating a baby is your family crest, and we now know about reptilians. Yeah. I almost took my latest movie another step weirder, but I just was a little reserved to
Bro,
keep
there's-
it compact.
There's a Bob Dylan song that just came out. It's called Too Late.
Mm,
You got to read the lyrics.
It just
on
came
that.
out. Oh,
Not too long ago, but it's an old song.
mm,
Never released it till now.
interesting.
The words on there, he's talking about they kill babies in the crib, saying only the good die young. This fucking song is amazing, bro.
Wild.
And he talks about how he basically almost like Bill Gates' character and shit, bro.
Right? People out there
fucking
want to
weird.
say
if
something.
you listen to the songs, you're gonna hear it different than you did if you didn't wear the glasses.
Yeah, that's what happens. It becomes a whole new world.
I feel like he put the song out now because old as fuck, maybe he's on his way out.
Right.
He just doesn't give a fuck no more.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out, let the people hear it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
It needed to be heard a long time ago.
Have a choice about what comes out.
Oh, too late, Bob Dylan.
well, at the end of the day, too, the truth always comes out no matter what, you know?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
bro. Sometimes, right?
Have you
Well,
heard the
you-
Kendrick Lamar album, the newest
I
one?
haven't.
It's almost every single track on the double album is on the Billboard charts. Every track is that good and so raw and true. He's a Pulitzer Award winning rapper.
Is he
He's a poet.
is he awake, or is he talking about
Yeah,
the
he's
same
awake.
He is a
shit?
dude. He has Eckhart Tolle blending into his album. Eckhart Tolle is awesome. He woke me up. But the thing is, he's been built up by Oprah. So some people who know about Oprah are like, fuck Eckhart Tolle. But if you just go direct to understanding without labeling, like you can't prove it or not. So don't dance there and just have a meal with his content and what he's bringing. That is life changing for millions of people because it helps them realize their mind is kind of just a radio. And if you have the ability to change the frequency or turn the volume up or down, most people would love it because most people's minds go crazy. And mine used to. Now it's like really kind of empty a lot of the time.
I got desensitized would be the word, from Hollywood, from music, from movies, television shows. Like, bro, my fucking sunglasses are say Netflix on them.
Yeah.
I got these when I turned down a contract for Netflix. I didn't want anything to do with anything. I felt like my platform, my channel was grew legs on its own. I was getting paid well. I didn't need any more, any less. I didn't want to be restricted in any way.
Mm.
I looked at the contract around the same time Dave Chappelle came out with this whole "don't trust this word, don't trust these words" in the contract. So I'm like, you know what? I don't trust it. I had
Mm.
somebody rewrite the contract, basically telling them, "Fuck you, I want money too." Not only do I want money, I want fucking like a say so and how this shit's gonna be released to the public. I
Mm.
want to be able to have a revision in it. And they're basically like, nah, fuck off. And so I'm like, you guys fuck off. Like, then they
Good.
got a lot of auditors and cop watchers to do it and stuff like that. Some of them are really good. Some of them are basically don't do no more work. So it's
Damn.
like I kind of opted out of that. And what's crazy is now I'm doing this with, I gotta tell you, bro, like I don't get, like I was more excited to meet you than I was to meet like Exhibit when he was on stage. I'm sorry to say, man, this
That's
is
tight, bro.
like
Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate a lot of these artists and all that, but in
Yeah.
reality, bro, like I got my own personal heroes.
Yeah.
There's people that I watch and I pay attention to, and I'm like, I fucking love this guy for what he's doing.
Thank
Same
you,
reason
man.
why people reach out to me and they're like, fucking love you, bro. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of us in this community in different states and different areas.
Right.
We're traveling to go visit each other, to hang
Yeah.
out, to talk and help each other channels grow and shit. And
Right. Yeah,
it's-
it's great to meet people out in events and fans, and then you realize, wow, we're way like tighter than we could have ever imagined.
And as a brand owner, that's was my kind of outlook too, is like, like I have connections to all those guys, but I used to use them to endorse my old brand, but now I don't want to use that approach because of the message that's behind their
Mm.
message. They might do something good for me, but they're
Right.
then they go and look at what they really got going on. So in retrospect, these guys, are the modern day celebrities. Once people wake
Right.
up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so I was like, man, when we met, I was like, yeah, bro, I want to sponsor you. I want to do what I can to just back you and just move forward. Cause
same thing with your company,
Yeah.
bro. Hush Supply. I was like, oh shit, because when I picked it up that day and,
Yeah.
I met you that
yeah,
night,
yeah,
I didn't know if I would have actually looked at it that night. I
Yeah.
would have talked to you. I probably would have talked to you all fucking night. I'd
Yeah.
have been like, bro,
yeah.
you're the guy from Homeboy's
Yeah.
fucking videos.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
whoa.
and HUSH stands for Help Us Save Humanity.
Right.
So like we just put that acronym in there for our mission, kind of let everybody know that, yeah, we're just trying to push nothing but positive vibes. And yeah, we can hopefully wake up people from the other sector. And so that's our ultimate goal,
It really is, man.
and give all praise to God, the Most High, and just really just try to spread the message of love. Cause it's a lot of the sad days currently and ahead, until we get more people with this movement to try and wake up everyone.
I think I heard you on the Cannabis Talk 101, and I believe that like you just said that you are just been 2 years a Christian.
Yeah, come, Mike.
So you've been a Christian for 2 years. I've been a Christian my whole life, man.
Oh,
Like my
nice.
faith has always been good.
Yeah.
My mom raised us in the church, put us through youth group and all that. Now I believe the church is within me, right? Once I believe churches are good for people who are faithless, right? They should maybe go in and maybe
You're around
know,
good, positive
yeah,
people, and it's like the
Yeah.
energy. And see, once again, it's
right,
that energy, and from there, like our boy will say, you just want to grab the nutrients because it's like a mixtape.
right,
So, like unfortunately, we would love to believe that everything in it's 100% factual, but there's chapters missing, and like some of the stuff they talk about is just kind of, to me, it's still weird. I read a chapter out of the Bible every morning because I never read it. We used to go to, my mom would take us as a kid to church. And so like I always had it as a kid. So I knew. And so technically I'd like to consider myself a Christian, but that would be wrong. People would slap my
right.
hand because I completely just left it on the sidelines while I built my career and just said, I'll get back to that once I'm there. I got to get this money first and just
Right.
completely side
Mhm.
went blindsided by it,
And I see
So
what you're doing,
It
man. I see
happens.
yeah,
It
you
happens.
you're helping homeless. I
yeah.
see what you're doing.
And it's not a front. It's just something now I wish I would have been doing the whole
Right.
time. And it's like if for whatever qualifications I didn't meet to go to heaven or whatever from here, it's cool. I'm still gonna do good from here on out. It's
Right,
like
right, right.
I'm just gonna pay my tithes because I've ran around free for all those years with no, you know, that's the thing about people that don't have any spiritual connection. They don't feel that anybody's watching when they get away with stuff. So that nobody's judging them but themselves. And there's like nobody saw, so no problem.
Mm.
And that's like a mentality I think a lot of people might have that are, don't read the Bible or have any sort of interfaith, like they just run in lawless, and that's why I guess they govern us for some reason, but if we could just ultimately find it within and not put a couple masks on, like Scotty the Kid likes to say. He's got a song, everybody got, not everybody, he doesn't say everybody, but there's three masks, like the first one's you're real, the second one you put on for work and other family or whatever, and the third one's like, I can't remember, but it's a dope song.
Yeah.
So with that, we're also looking for anybody that wants to come be a part of the Red Pill movement. He's got a, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
there's a lot
do it.
happening right now
Yeah.
on my ship.
Yeah.
But there's goodline.tv. That's where all the films are. There's a lot of high quality red pill documentaries that you can use strategically to wake up family members, friends, because oftentimes you might know something, but you can't speak it. And you don't want to defend it because you don't want to risk your reputation. If you could just give someone, that's the red pill concept. The pill is a film, and actually now you get an archive of it. So I made 45 films in the last 2 years because I went pretty manic about it, and my YouTube blew up, and then it got blown down, and in a day, and then it led to me creating goodline.tv. And so as a freebie, if you don't want to actually support the mission, which is supporting my films, you can access it just as an archive of almost every single red pill documentary that's out there in the world for free. You just sign up. It's all for free. And then along the lines, you'll see there I have a detox and a autism product, and then also a record label that's forming behind myself. I'm a musician also, and Scotty the Kid. And then Bishop, we're probably going to be going around the United States at some point. I think
Yeah.
in the next 6 months, with music and films. So music festival, film festival. We're ready to go. Like
Yeah, we're
right
we're
now.
looking to maybe take some of because we have a lot of guests that are coming on the show that are actually from my sector from before, and so I'm gonna try to red pill them, and because a lot of them are staying, and what we would like to do is to create a red pill rap genre. So where we have a whole he's gonna have it's Good Lion Records, and on there's gonna be like the Spotify of music, but only like spiritual and uplifting stuff.
Yeah,
So
people
yeah,
want to talk about these things and
yeah,
don't want to be like singled out. And what's cool is like I think this Kendrick Lamar album was a little flavor of where we could be headed.
yeah. Like put it like yeah. Let's get him to get on there, right? So,
Yeah, I wonder which hip hop or whatever star that has a lot
but
of light, who's going to come out to the truther side
well, I
in
was gonna say,
public.
but yeah, they got to be independent. But he is, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Or I don't know.
Interscope.
I guess we'll make the rules as we go along. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's ultimately just for spiritual and uplifting music, and definitely to invite people to actually speak out about stuff in their music.
it's a wild ride,
Yeah.
and there's so much time.
You know, I've watched your videos sometimes over and over again because they're just so well done.
Cool.
You have really good editing skills, and you also have a very good way of storytelling, of
Mm.
Absolutely.
telling what needs to be told.
Yeah.
And damn, your voice is amazing too. My wife was like, "Is that him?" I was like, "Yeah, that's him."
That's cool.
Yeah.
um,
Thank you, man.
and I got to tell you, man, I second that. You know that your videos are good,
Yeah.
and also commend that you put in everybody else's videos that are awakening, that are
Mm-hmm.
um and I've seen, like, for instance, Follow Cabal.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Holy shit, that was eye opening,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I would say if you don't go to his stuff and you want to try to wake somebody up, that I wouldn't tell you to believe everything in that, but
Right.
Mhm.
That's a good one, huh?
it definitely has some stuff to, and which one would you say you have the fall of
Mm-hmm.
the cabal?
Oh
Um,
yeah. Well, wait, which one out of my collection? You
Yeah,
mean?
would you say
Oh,
because like
okay.
for
Yeah.
me that
Okay.
before I met you, that was where I would send people. I'd be like, look, you're not
Yes.
gonna this is
That's
gonna blow
smart.
your mind, but like just go here.
It's good. Follow the
Yeah,
Cabal by Janet. Yeah,
yeah.
we could try and get her on the show.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
But
Yeah,
like she did it for me. She woke me up. I
yeah.
was freshly fired for
Nice.
being a Trump supporter. And then I was at home depressed and angry because there was a one person who I could actually pinpoint the firing because she hated Trump. In my anger, somehow I watched Fall of the Cabal. I remember questioning myself, what am I going to do with this anger? This is powerful. I got to do something not negative. And then I saw Fall of the Cabal and I was mind blown. Like you saw it,
Love it.
you saw it, and we were
Yeah,
mind blown.
I
Everyone
think I
yeah,
says
saw
they're
about
mind blown.
half of part
yeah.
two as well,
And it
Yeah.
just put everything
which
I
is the
thought into
prequel, right?
perspective already. So I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
this is the one.
And
No,
that
you know what? I didn't keep watching them. I only watched the first
it keeps
up to
going,
10.
man.
I've watched the first
I
10, I
mean, all
think.
you really need to watch is the first 10, but then you can continue your
Yeah, I never
education
really
because
did.
that's what it is. It's education, and you should be careful and cross reference a lot of it.
Yeah.
But I realized when I was watching it, I was like, I could do this because at the time I was making music videos, and I was like, gong, like this gong moment that I can remember, like a memory that was painted with cement. Like I can remember that moment right now, sitting on the couch, going, I'm gonna do this. And then I ventured off to find a script. I found one on Twitter. It ended up being Larry Sanders. I can't remember his name. Anyway, I turned this movie into a thing, and before I knew it, I was just going every other week making a movie. And boom, like the energy from that time created a boom in so many people's lives.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
now it's like, what's happening to that boom? Where are we going? You know, people are
Yeah.
losing hope. People are losing their
I'm
minds.
gaining faith because yeah, we're building an army of spiritual leaders and stuff like not, like one every time somebody wakes up, man, it's like they're on the same tip. They're ready to rock and roll.
It is big.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox movies. What were those movies called?
Back to the Future.
Back to the
Yeah.
Future, right? There was a whole bunch
Yeah,
of
we just brought that up the other day, huh?
conspiracies about that.
About Trump, a bunch of Trump references in
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
yeah. From the Twin Pines to the Lone Pines Mall, right? All
Mhm.
kinds of weird ass
Oh yeah.
shit, right? Regarding that one.
Oh yeah. They just put it out there, man. I think like, that's the universal law in order for them to get by with it. I
Right.
promise. Yeah. Um, so kind of like in wrapping up here, what would you like to maybe express to our viewers and stuff that you want to like what you got going on or maybe how they can, get in touch with you and subscribe and like I'm compelled and definitely want to, like I said, come down to anything you got going on. So
Yeah, so basically on my channel, I just keep it simple. I don't really talk about a lot of different stuff. I don't really get into politics. I don't really talk about like other stuff other than the First Amendment.
Yeah.
I simplify it.
So yeah, you'll be our go-to guy then for all of that stuff. And
Mhm.
you know,
Absolutely, man.
when we have like some questions, maybe we'll do like a live line. You know, being buzz you in when we,
Yeah,
you
well, what's
know,
crazy is I'm not a lawyer, so
yeah.
do we really need lawyers?
No, I think that's just another. We just need to be educated.
Right.
You know.
I think of lawyers like I think of nutritionists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody's really, if you go talk to a lawyer, there's nobody standing there telling you, oh man, you could just look up the law right here on this book. Like if you
Mhm.
there's law libraries in every city, in every town, not every town, but every city, right? Or pretty much every big town. And nobody's using the law libraries. They're fucking empty.
Yeah.
The people in there are supposed to help guide you in the right direction.
We could do a
Right.
whole podcast on that.
Right.
Really
And
good. Because
so
that's a deep rabbit hole
we
that
all
we can
think,
teach people about.
yeah, we all think we need attorneys and shit. And that's why attorneys take
And
advantage of people.
doctors.
Yeah.
So same thing about doctors, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this. Why isn't there a nutritionist in every fucking doctor's office?
Because
Writing down everything you fucking ate,
yeah,
everything that's on your menu.
This ain't the way it is.
you got to pay for
You
one of
see what I'm
those.
saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, we as taxpayers, we're paying
That's
already.
technically
We're
triple
paying.
tax, yeah, because yeah, that should be included, but they know that, so they don't want you to go to the good. That's why
Absolutely.
now, like even people trying to be vegan, they up the price
You're
so
vegan,
much. Yeah.
right?
Well, I'm vegan, but I've cheated lately, and then I realized it was, I guess, an experiment, man, because I don't know what it was. I've been craving it so much. Past 5 years, I was vegan, and then I cheated, and it messed up my digestion, everything. I noticed all the different things that come along with eating meat,
Mhm.
and it made me want to go back to not eating meat. So that's like a true analysis on it, and I guess it doesn't work for everybody, but at the end of the day, the way that they treat the animals and the way it's processed, and you know, there
Right.
are too many people because of, you know, just the whatever you want to call it, you know, the keep it pushing. They got so much just about the money, you know. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
yeah, it's
hear.
just so gross to watch all those videos
Right.
how they process the food. It's but
Yep.
they're trying to feed the masses by the millions. And that's what, like, that's a
Man.
whole nother topic, because you know, like when you go to either, like, you think McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's or all these different choices, you think they're getting their food from the same two food group or supply chains. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you
This
don't
is a
really,
whole
yeah, it's a whole nother rabbit hole too. It's like
let's have you back and then
yeah,
dive deep
definitely.
into these.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we can
Yeah,
wrap
because
this one up.
food's technically our number one enemy, you know.
Right.
Well, in big pharma owns food, so you know, like that's our, yeah,
Mhm.
that's a big mission right there alone. But yeah,
You know what's crazy is with my channel is they had me at these pod events and they're inviting me to do more and stuff like that. And it's crazy because I'm not really involved in the marijuana community. You know, I'm involved in just First Amendment, teaching people their rights. But this kind of goes with everything. You know,
yeah,
in every fight, in every battle. And I say this, man, and I'll end it with this. Look, guys, subscribe to San Joaquin Valley Transparency on YouTube.
Mhm.
I won't really, I don't really try to sell you guys anything.
How do you spell
Um,
Joaquin again?
Joaquin. It's hard to spell
Joa.
it.
Mm,
If you just type that in, my shit
Quin.
will pop up. It's
Cool.
crazy.
that's
Yeah.
dope.
Um,
That's dope.
yeah, and I try to offer you guys your rights, you know, for free. It's free on there. You don't have to buy anything off my channel. You can if you want. You could donate if you want. You don't have to. I'm doing okay. And I never knew I can get paid doing this. I just started the channel, teach people their rights, and it's amazing.
Yeah, man. That's
That's
God saying
awesome.
you're doing
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And thank you for doing it and for keep
Thank you
on
guys for
doing
having
it.
me, man.
Yeah.
Straight up, know and learn that shit because it's important. It can save you guys and somebody else a whole bunch of grief, years of going to like
Mm.
court, dealing fucking with legal bullshit. You know, it's know your
Right.
rights, man. Know your rights.
Absolutely.
That's deep.
Absolutely.
And
That's deep.
before we end it, I'll teach you the First Amendment, right? There's no better
Let's
way
go.
to end it like that. Is you have freedom of religion, freedom to pray to any God you want or pray to no God, freedom of religion or from religion, right? Like, and that it's amazing. Freedom of press, right?
Mhm.
To go and record and document any public official, any police officer. Ask them some questions. That's part of being press. Ask
Mm,
fucking questions. Ask questions. This shit's important.
mhm.
Question everything.
Question everything. And freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want, and you shouldn't be. I mean, look,
Yeah.
don't get it twisted. You say some shit in the
Yeah,
wrong area,
there are
you're about to get
consequences.
fucked up. There's consequences,
That
even
is true.
sometimes civil consequences.
It's true.
But you shouldn't be beat up, for saying something. You shouldn't be
Mm.
persecuted, maybe. I mean, or fucking thrown into the fire, thrown
Mhm.
rocks at. I mean, you will be if you say something.
I
in the
mean,
wrong
on an
area.
individual basis, everybody's gonna have their opinion, but on a judicial
Right,
basis,
on-
right?
yeah, right,
Exactly.
right,
Because,
Yeah.
right.
yeah, man,
Those are our rights.
And
yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
have heard this, right? Freedom of speech is not to protect the speech that we like, but it's to protect the speech that we don't like.
Pretty
And that's why
much.
it was thrown in there, right?
Mm.
So that's
You
freedom
gotta
of spe-
respect, yeah, the
Yeah, right.
disagreements.
We could go
That's
over
right.
that. We should have a list of like whistleblowers, known whistleblowers, like a memorial segment for,
For real,
you know,
yeah, at
because
the end of each
absolutely.
one.
yeah, because
Yeah,
God bless them for the work they did to try to spread the message.
absolutely. All right,
Yeah,
yeah, let's
Freedom-
sign in. I'm getting a little hungry.
yeah. I
freedom
can
to
smell it.
assemble
Fair
and freedom to
assemble.
petition.
Fair to
So we
petition.
assemble and gather and talk about what's wrong in government,
Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
freedom to petition and get signatures and say stop what you're doing because the shit's wrong.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? If we don't know and understand the First Amendment, how are we gonna fight it?
Wow.
For instance, when they try to stop, the gathering of the churches and all this shit, people were standing up and they were using the First Amendment. And so Second Amendment was written to protect the first. Let's not get rid of the Second Amendment. Let's protect it.
Yeah.
Let's know and understand the First Amendment. Let's protect the second because it was written to protect the first. So
God bless, man, for that.
thank you
And,
guys,
Yeah,
man.
thanks for
Much
coming
love to
on,
you
man.
guys.
yeah,
bro.
Absolutely.
spread that spiritual love and knowledge, and just yeah, stay tuned. I guess we'll
Stay
see y'all
tuned.
soon.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, folks.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Peace out.
Smoking good on that hush supply. Smoking good, smoking good. Smoking good on that hush supply. Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I'm getting high again. I'm about to fly again. Up in the clouds, off of the loudness hush. I get medicated. I be elevated. Focus on my crowd, yeah. I be dedicated. Put the shit in the backwood. Oh yeah, that's that good. 30 level on the TC. No regular, that sticky green. Smoking loud on the low. Smoking loud on the go. No passing if I don't know you. Only smoking with the real. This a person up for real, yeah.
Yeah, I be getting high, yeah. I be getting high off the hush supply.